I love sharing my collectibles vlogs with you guys. So you guys are in for a treat. And when I say you guys and girls, almost forgot the girls. When I say you guys and girls, I mean those, well, if Brian O'Connor and Dominic Toretto don't find out, there's your first clue. Guys, we're going to be talking about The Fast and the Furious model movie car collection. Starting with the very first Fast and the Furious movie that came out in 2001. Now, by the time that movie came out, I was about 9 years old when the first Fast and the Furious came out, and let me tell you guys, it was, oh man, it was just surreal to be a 9-year-old kid and watch some street racing and Vin Diesel and Paul Walker bringing the characters of Brian O'Connor and Dominic Toretto to life. But more on that over the course of the next couple of videos. Now, as I said, we are going to be delving into the hero cars and the feature cars in the Fast and the Furious 2001. So, starting with one of the very first hero cars in the Fast and the Furious 2001, Brian's Green Mitsubishi Eclipse 1995 model. Now, this little gem right here, just bring him back into frame, this little gem right here is actually part of one of the most, and I do dare anybody to tell me differently, but it's one of the most iconic openings of the Fast and the Furious movies ever, guys. And you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about when Brian takes the Mitsubishi Eclipse for its first little test drive, if I can call it that, outside Dodgers Stadium, and it's that whole I'm reliving that scene now, guys. So it's that whole boom, 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 that whole sequence there where he like pumps up the speed, and then eventually he miscalculates the speed just by a tiny little bit, and then it spins out of control. But luckily, he knows how to handle the car. So that was also rather fun for me in the first film when it came to the Mitsubishi Eclipse. And another part where the Mitsubishi features quite a lot. I'm going to see if I can put those two scenes in here for you guys. I might not be able to put the scene in where Johnny Tran and his cousin Lance and their gang shoot up the car and make it explode. I'll see. There's a drag race where Brian, there's a quarter mile drag race where Brian uses the Mitsubishi's pink slip to get into the race because he doesn't have cash and he wants to earn Dominic's respect. So after the race is over and he blew the fuel injection manifold or the engine intake manifold with the bottle of nitros that he used to try and beat Dom, he basically, when Dom and Jesse, so Chad Lindbergh, who played Jesse, if you're watching this video, dude, you are my hero. You made that role so cool. And especially one of my favorite lines of yours that you did in the first movie was where you popped the hood of the Mitsubishi to check the damage that Brian did, and you're like, was that fun? Was that fun? Does that look like, or something along the lines of that? So that was so funny. Dominic basically, as soon as the police scramble happens, he jumps in his car, drives it to a secluded parking lot, parks it up there, makes sure it's locked, puts on his brown leather jacket, and then he walks out the parking structure down the street, hoping the police don't recognize him. And just at the wrong time, there comes a cop car speeding past. Instantly, he does a U-turn, like, Dominic Toretto, stop right there. And then literally, it's literally a couple of minutes, guys. And the next minute, we just see this race car speeding out of our hindsight towards Dominic Toretto. And when the camera zooms out again, it's Brian telling Dom to get in. When Brian and Dom are speeding away from the police to safety for the time being, they have a very interesting conversational exchange where Brian's like, I thought if I got in your good graces, you might let me keep my car. To which Dom just laughs and he says, you are in my good graces, but you ain't keeping your car. So yeah, that was a pretty comical exchange for me. And then, of course, as I mentioned on earlier in the video, they accidentally drive into Johnny Tran, which is like this shady dealer kind of guy territory, and then him and his cousin Lance pay Brian and Dom a visit on their motorbikes along with some of their friends. And then when it looks like they drive off and Brian and Dom can drive away in the Mitsubishi, Johnny Tran and his cousin Lance come back, and then they shoot up the Mitsubishi, and it just bursts into flames and it explodes. Guys, I just remembered a very interesting fact I read about, and one of the interesting facts that came out about as I'm looking at this Mitsubishi now, one of the interesting facts about the Mitsubishi is they actually designed 5 stunt cars to play the Mitsubishi Eclipse, guys. So just imagine for a moment, you know, there's 5, let me just bring it back into frame, then it'll make more sense. Just imagine for a moment, guys, like there's 5 of these bad boys on a Fast and the Furious set, just for the car to like have its life through the whole movie until it gets shot up and blown to smithereens. So guys, we are at the end of our very first video. So thanks for watching this video, guys. It really means a lot to me. Even if you don't like the video at first and you just view the video, that helps my YouTube channel grow, especially, guys, because every time you guys watch videos, it adds to the viewership and it adds to my YouTube channel. So thanks very much for that. And yeah, coming back to the movie moments that I mentioned in my way earlier on in the clip, I will try and see which movie moments. I can't guarantee that I can put everyone in, but I will try and see where I can blend a couple of moments to make it fun and watchable. So guys, all I can say is lock in your seatbelt, get into gear, because this is only the beginning of a fantastic video series of my The Fast and the Furious model movie car collection, starting with the very first movie, The Fast and the Furious 2001. And as always, guys, Harry Dream Chaser!
Snowman right here, man. Sweet ride. What you running under there, man? You gonna make me find out the hard way? Hell yeah. You brave. You brave. They call me Hector. Got a last name too, but I can't pronounce it, so. Brian Spillner. Yeah, typical white boy name. You know what I'm saying? See that over there? That's mine. It's my baby. But I ain't cutting her loose tonight. Why not? Nah, it's because I'm going legit, homie. I'm trying to get on the Naira circuit. You heard about that? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Was that fun?
What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
You almost had me. You never had me. You never had your car.
Toretto, stop right there. Toretto!
Get in!
You're the last person in the world I expected to show up.
Yeah, well, I thought if I got in your good graces, you might let me keep my car.
You are my good graces, but you ain't keeping your car. You drive. Follow us!
What the hell was that all about?
Long story, I'll tell you later. Let's get out of here.
So what the hell was that all about?
It's a long story.
Well, we got a 20-mile hike. Humor me.
A business deal that went sour. Plus, I made the mistake of sleeping with his sister.